early woolly mammoths were fluffy with big ears, study finds. The woolly mammoth was not always so woolly, scientists have found, after discovering that early creatures were fluffy with big ears. A new study of the genomes of early mammoths, living about 700,000 years ago, compared with more recent animals of the last 100,000 years, showed their thick, shaggy coat did not evolve until later. It suggests they developed the new traits to deal with harsher climates. Scientists also found changes to their immune system, which could have helped them cope with new viruses and bugs. Experts believe their ears grew smaller over time. Mammoths had noticeably small ears, compared with elephants, which is probably linked to living in a colder climate. The reason for big ears, as ears are used to dissipate heat, which is why African elephants' ears are larger than their Indian counterparts. Those of mammoths appear to have shrunk over time to conserve heat. The very earliest woolly mammoths weren't fully evolved, said senior author Love Dalen, professor of evolutionary genomics at the Center for Paleogenetics in Stockholm. They possibly had larger ears and their wool was different, perhaps less insulating and fluffy compared to later woolly mammoths. Woolly mammoths roamed Europe, Asia, and North America, but began dying out roughly 10,000 years ago, as the Ice Age came to an end, eventually becoming extinct approximately 4,000 years ago. They lived at the same time as early humans, who recorded the creatures in cave paintings and carvings, and used their bones, tusks, and skins to make art, tools, and dwellings. Humans also hunted the species for food, which may have hastened their decline when they were already dying out as the climate warmed. The researchers compared the genomes of woolly mammoths to those of modern-day elephants to discover what made them unique. They also looked at mammoths from a 600,000-year period to see how they evolved over time, studying evolution in real time. The earliest mammoth genome belonged to a specimen called Chukucha, which lived approximately 700,000 years ago. Having the Chukucha genome allowed us to identify a number of genes that evolved during the lifespan of the woolly mammoth as a species, said Professor Dalen. This allows us to study evolution in real time, and we can say these specific mutations are unique to woolly mammoths, and they didn't exist in its ancestors. Even early on, woolly mammoths had genes that made them hairier than elephants and DNA that helped them store fat in a similar way to other Arctic species, such as reindeer and polar bears. A gene with several mutations was also discovered that may have been responsible for the woolly mammoth's minuscule ears. The research was published in the journal Current Biology.